I'm getting a thing so we can do the thing.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our unending quest for knighthood in the Arthurian era, which was in what, 900 something or other?
If you trust Monty Python to be historically accurate.
I always trust Monty Python to be historically accurate, which is why we have the holy hand grenade from Antioch in my inventory.
Yes. They also were much more factual representing that time as opposed to Hollywood.
But yeah, I'm not completely off my face, which there's always a threat of me being that, but I believe you went out and cuddled a bear last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Well, the others do. I was busy prancing about in the forest somewhere, because the, peasants.
You were walking your dog.
No, I was walking my peasants who were walking the dog, because I wasn't allowed my horse.
I didn't say anything. The only thing I didn't agree on was armor. But
Alright, so I'll ignore the other ones next time and then ask you for things.
yes, we will visit. Oh, yeah, I believe we will take this thing into. Camera will swoop in on you on just think back on your way into Fort Wagon. Coming down from the north, passing by. Again, you see have seen Stone Age and Amesbury in the distance, and coming in for a little chat with the man who sent you on. Who instructed you to go to Imber in the first place, Sir Elad. Yeah, apparently I got some stuff wrong because of the in the editions. It always, like in the campaign book, the whole centers on Sarum, but this adventure just starts you in Vagan for some reason, and yeah, some names will be weird.
It's alright, we can always bullshit our way through it.
Yes, you turn to Vagan, and yeah, Sir Elad is just out in the training yard. He seems to have been expecting you. How that works, I don't know, because there have been no pigeon sent or anything, but you know. But the peasants certainly don't have anything of that nature, so must be an outrider who spotted you.
Probably. We are very visible as we're riding.
Every part of Ashman is visible but his mouth. Or whatever your thing is. Your beard covers your mouth, right? That's your thing.
Yeah, it's like IRL as well. Like everything can be seen but the mouth.
Especially when you have no camera.
Yeah, he nods sternly at your group and just, good. Word from the Earl got sent down this morrow, and he has requested your presence at Sarum proper. I would be best to not delay. The Earl is a busy man, and well, rumor has it that Sir Maddock has been sent from Camelot itself. Something must be stirring with the Saxons, and I shan't keep you from it.
Would you say that the Earl is quite grey?
Not yet. He's still alive. And yes, you would know that Sir Maddock is the bastard son of King Uther.
Alright. How far away is it?
Well, yeah, you know, just follow. If you follow the King's Road straight east, you will eventually come to Sarum. Sarum is pretty. Well, it stands out from the rest of the place.
Oh yeah, now I see it. Then we shall be off, my lord. And then I mount the horse and ride off.
And I think. Yeah, now I think I will start with the yearly things now as you are exiting Vagon.
Does it take a year to get there?
No, at the start of each year we do a couple of things.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, first you get essentially you get gossip, you get news, and if you pass an intrigue roll, you get intrigue. And sometimes there's also royal conversations, depending on where you are. So basically, as you're mounting and heading straight out again, like there's three washerwomen just by the gate. They currently have a rug or something, and they have a. It's not a rug whip in English, is it? Just one of those flat things you bash on a rug with, and it gets all the dust out.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. A paddle of some sort.
A rug duster.
Let's go with that. But yeah, you overhear them talking. Oh, it's so terrible. I heard that 1,000 Saxons landed to reinforce King Hengist. He's the devil's son, that's for sure. I'll trust Prince Maddock to take care of us. He's handsome enough, and he talks boldly enough. The truth will depend on how he fares in battle, of course. Well, I'll say it's too bad he's illegitimate. No bastard will automatically inherit. It'll be difficult, you can be sure, unless his glory is truly great when the old king dies. Oh, listen, darlings. It'll take something monstrous to get rid of tough King Uther. Maddock will have to waiting a long time for any inheritance. Don't you think it's bad luck to talk that way? Say, did you know that Merlin's gone away? Well, he comes and goes at his will. Yes, but he's gone again, and at such a time. And yeah, the conversation trails off as you exit the gates to Wagon.
Where did they say? Saxons where?
They've just landed to reinforce the Saxon king. So
Oh.
presumably in Kent and Sussex.
Oh, that's a bad omen.
I think that's the. Yeah, we will deal with the rest of the yellow stuff when you actually get to Sarum, I think.
Yeah, so basically, the rest of us are trotting along down the road in no hurry, and then we just see a fucking dust cloud in the horizon as the Saxon hater is riding off to war.
Yep.
Still can't believe you have, what, 21 on a
Yes.
D20 for Saxon hatred.
That's right.
What hatred do you have, Lude, if you took any from your father?
I have hate Irish and hate Picts, even though I
Um,
wanted to hate no one.
Hate everyone.
France in the family, what can I say?
But it's 11 and 12, so it's not that bad.
I
My
just
hate
imagine,
Saxons is 7.
I just imagine your grandfather being a real cantankerous old bastard who hates everyone, and then his father just, yeah, we'll keep it up to make him happy, and
Yeah, I suffered damage. What? There.
Wait, why do I have less than max HP?
Didn't
On a bear.
Did
fall
you
off
take
the
damage from the
horse.
bear?
No?
You did fall off your horse, didn't you?
No?
Did Ashman hit you off your horse? Or hit you?
He didn't take damage from
I
that.
didn't take damage. I think I don't know. I just fucked with the boxes, I think.
But yeah, you don't. Your little bear feast will have taken care of any wounds you have, so you don't have to worry about that for now.
Woo!
Speaking of which, Lude, did you check horsemanship? I think you got that crit on that when we first started rolling it.
Oh, did I?
I'll go back and check the VOD after the stream, but I'm fairly certain you got a check early on from something.
I do know that I got one on awareness, but that was after we rode off, so might be. I can check the chat log.
Yeah, that's true.
Considering that's the way you level up, yeah, that's kind of important to know. But yeah, as you keep going around down King's Road, the road here is fairly well protected, and yeah, there's little chance of any outlaw or raider from abroad coming in and fucking shit up. So you have a little to no chance of running into anything untowards. Fairly little travelers these days. Seems like those rumors of Saxons may be true, and people are staying to their mansions and cities and stuff. But yeah, takes you your total travel time will basically be the most of the entire day. When you actually get to Sarum, the sun has gone down. Like it's if there were a time overlay on it would probably say something along the lines of after 8 sometime.
It would clearly state dinner time.
But yeah, wait, I think I have a map of Sarum. I should have. On this, there we go. And yeah, you will enter through the Damas gate. And yeah, as soon as you enter, through the gatehouse, there are a couple of footmen bearing the sigil of the Earl. I think it's just blue and gold striped lines, horizontal. And
Right.
they're just holding time period probably. Yeah, they have bows slung across their shoulder.
All
And
right.
as you just pass through the gate, I just hold up a gate and right, who goes there?
I look back at Bedavere and just wave him forward.
Oh, sorry, I was checking the chat log. Who's our Leech Lord? Or not the Leech Lord, the guy who sent us, I mean.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, sorry, lad.
We were sent by Sir Elad. We were told we were expected.
Oh, yeah, the Earl sent word earlier. Just rode off to the castle. There should be someone to meet you there.
Thank you, good sir.
Just doing me job. Work.
Damn it. Yay,
Sent
Moat and
it.
Bailey castles.
Yeah, I ride in. I think we all do. And then after we're done, I say over my shoulder, after we're done with this herb business, we should head to the best pub in town.
We must truly investigate this claim.
I have some personal experience with fine dining. I am intrigued to see if this is truly the best pub, or merely an imposter.
Yeah, it's fairly straight way to come up to the thingamajig, the Castle Sarum. And as soon as you enter, like, yeah, there seems to be a bit of a procession going on. There are the Earlsmen are like surely capable and they have decent equipment, but like these around you see like people in chainmail. They carry long swords. They have shields with various emblems, and it doesn't take you long enough to identify them. These as there's a knights here, and there are quite a lot of them.
We're almost gonna be them.
We don't know that. Shh.
Well, my hopes are up that it will happen.
Yeah, if you have recognize or heraldry, you can roll some of those.
And roll both.
Yeah, if you want to.
I have 3 and 4 in those. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Ah!
Yeah, you never know.
Fuck.
And first crit fail of the session.
GG.
See, you got it out of the way. We're all being there the second one.
Yeah,
I swear to
reckon it's
God,
gonna-
the D20s on Roll20 are fucking borked. When you're playing Pathfinder, there's almost never any.
They've clearly altered the system so it favors the criticals.
Indeed.
I almost critted you last time.
Like one person critted their roll last time, right? Was it?
Well, I
Okay.
got a crit on horsemanship.
Okay, so Vascal, you like they all have a similar like they have their like they seem these knights have their own they have their own coat of arms, but it's usually inlaid like one specific other coat of arms is inlaid into it, and you recognize it as personal coat of arms of Sir Maddock, the Bastard Prince.
Oh.
And yeah, Jasper, yeah, you see some men that you would know are like they're on the Prince's Guard, basically. They have a specific name, but it's Latin and I can't remember it just now.
They're all from the same unit.
The Prince's men are here.
Yep. The Maddock. Maddock.
Must be important.
Well, we know there's Saxons coming, so
Don't
Yeah,
say
that's
the
better.
S word.
The
And
Saxons are coming.
I
It's
take-
just like a low grumbling noise coming from.
I take
Jasper.
four quick steps away from Jasper. As soon as I hear that.
Think we'll be part of a siege?
Yeah,
if
and
we're sieging them, hopefully.
a man steps forward. He's clearly not a martial man. He has his clothes are like he has the person's coat of arms of the Earl on his like chest. He would he's dressed like a herald, like and like he's ushering you forwards and good, you're here. So Elad's trainees, yes?
Yes, sir.
Ah, good. If you would step forward into the hall, and he motions for. Looks like wait. He motions for 5 younger. They look like servants, like they will tend to your horses whilst we are dealing with the proceedings. You would follow me, please.
Excellent. I hand off the reins and dismount. Do the thing. Follow the thing.
I do that too.
Indeed.
We do the follow. Or we follow.
He leads you into like 2 men, like dressed a little bit better than the guys with the bows out by the gates, like open gates to the hall for you. And you step in, and yeah, it's there seems to be a bit of a commotion going on. Like you see more of the knights, both the earls and the princes, like sitting at there's 2 long tables set out in the hall.
Now, when you say commotion, do you mean like a hearty feast, or do you mean like swords drawn, shits going down kind of thing?
It's a feast, more or less. Not like a full royal winter feast like would happen around Christmas, but it's they seem to be having a good time, celebrating something or other.
Could I roll courtesy to know how exactly I'm supposed to act in these circumstances, like surrounded by all these important people?
Yes, you can. It's if roll +5. You would know. You
Do we see this feast as we step in, or do we just hear the noise coming from the halls?
like you hear it before the gates are opened, and yeah, most of you realize what's happening. Like Ashburn, you would realize what's going on because
All right. As
it's dinner time. You hadn't eaten. You recognize the sounds of someone having a good time at dinner. Yes, this is a feast.
as I hear this, I just shoulder barge everyone out of the way and just rush into and sit down at the nearest table and start just grabbing plates and platters and goblets and all manner of things and just start eating.
I take distance to Ashman, making sure that nobody believes I'm with him.
And yes,
Yeah.
if you pass your trust, you know it. You are like of a noble manner, but you're not knighted. You don't have a title yet, so you would be subservient is a bad word, but you would treat the men around you with respect, and especially if they're knighted. And
Unlike Ashman.
in fact, Ashman, for that you can mark indulgent if you haven't already. Because that's
Excellent. Now I have lustful and indulgent.
yeah, pagan knight. And yeah, as soon as like you see Ashman. Well, I don't think Ashman's almost picks this up, but like there's a few knights. Like most of the earlsmen are kind of like chuckling and pointing with, basically got a chicken leg pointing at you instead of and laughing heartedly. Some of the princessmen are sort of staring askance at you. You see one particular who has a rosary, not 40k, around his neck, called as.
Would this be an awareness test?
If you want to do it, yes. I will, however, say it's a -5 since you're a bit preoccupied with all the meal.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
The roast chicken is excellent. You can tell that. And yes, as soon as as Ashman kind of finishes the soup or whatever, like you hear the sound of like wood being struck against wood, and at the like back of the hall, like opposite the entrance, at a third table, like set on the. Basically, the tables are 3 tables, and they're all arranged in kind of a U shape. Only and sitting at the middle of the third table, a man you would recognize as your liege lord. Let me pull this picture up.
My god, what is Matt Ward doing in my Pendragon?
I'm disowning you for just even saying that. I don't care if it was sarcastic.
But yes, you notice him immediately as Earl Roderick. If not by appearance, by the fact that he's sitting at at the raised table in the middle of it. And yeah, there's a herald, not the one who led you in, another one who has a staff and he's slamming it down on the floor. And all the knights, no matter who they are, no matter which brand of honors they are wielding, they just stop eating and pay attention. Some of them instead go for their goblets and cups or whatever and start drinking with that. But the entire room just turns towards the Earl.
What about Ashman?
I shoot my sideways glance as I'm stuffing my face.
I take a covert step over and I kind of knock him on the head a bit.
I lash out with a drumstick and just leave a smear of gravy on your clothing.
Is there something you can roll to see if you can kind of compose yourself?
Compose?
I believe that's for composing letters or sonnets.
Yeah.
You know what?
Wouldn't it be?
Bedivere, you
Wouldn't
can
it?
roll me reckless.
Yeah, wouldn't
Wouldn't
be
it be
prudent?
merciful though?
Prudent, I think.
No, merciful. Someone
No,
is someone.
You roll prudent, and if you fail, something might happen. But
It's in the traits.
There we go.
you it's just Ashman, you know. It's to be expected. You shrug it off. And the Earl stands up from his ornate wooden chair and sort of clasps his hand together. Well, now it seems like our guests of honor have arrived. He snaps twice, and they didn't. He two pairs of servants come out and sort of move the honor table a bit back, and allowing him to walk through the tables without going all the way around. And now he's standing in the middle of the entire room, and everyone is just looking everyone is looking at him. And now then, we have a couple of things we need to see to this evening. I believe that these 5 gentlemen done some deeds for not only Salisbury, but Logres itself as a whole, by ridding Force of a particular nasty beast.
Have the pelts to give him.
And thus,
Very.
is within my as Earl of Salisbury and Sector of Sarum. Tonight I shall knight the gentleman Ashman of Berwick, Melian of Baverstock, Jasper of Winterbourne Stoke, Bedivere of Newton, and Vaskell of Dinton, the proper rank of knighthood. He snaps again, and a herald walks forward with a scroll, and five servants come out with trays, and on them there are a couple of items which we will go through shortly. The herald sort of steps forward now and unfurls the scroll.
Okay, Pascal's completely ecstatic.
At the moment he read Bedevir's name, Bedivir just goes stiff and pale.
I grab a cup and I eye the room to see when I can cheer.
The room has just the volume of the room has fallen very still. It's not like you can hear a pin drop, but it's pretty close.
Probably the muffled sound of Ashman just stuffing his face still. And as they call up his name, he's just wave with the drumstick in there to signal where he is. Just go back to easy.
I'm just gonna do a completely random and unbiased roll here.
Uh-huh.
I wanna, damn it, I need my character to cheer. It's energetic, I need to do it.
Yeah, the herald says, Jasper, come forth and kneel for your earl.
I slowly and kind of awkwardly get up and eyeing everyone as I walk up, and I kneel before the earl.
One of the servants steps forward with a. On the tray, you can see. Like, two things are very prominent on this thing. It's he's got a shield with your family's coat of arms on it, and the spurs of knighthood on them, like laying like next to the shield. And the earl like stands forward, like closer to you. Jasper of Winterborn Stoke, you acknowledge me as your true and rightful liege?
Yes.
You also swear fealty to Uther Pendragon, defend and obey him until he depart his throne, or death shall take you.
Yes.
He pulls out his sword, holds it like across his chest for like a couple of seconds. Then I dub thee Sir Jasper. And sorry, I'm jumping through the two ceremonies here. Give me a sec. Then I, Roderick of Salisbury, do solemnly swear to defend and honor your name as that of a true knight. Receive now your spurs, your right to suitable arms, and take this, thine sword, to your side, so that you may serve and defend me and Logres well. Arise, Sir Jasper.
I stand up.
Yeah, the servants basically have reaching out your shield to you at this point. And Roderick hands you the sword.
I take them.
And he slaps you across the face. Let this be the last blow you receive without just recourse.
Huh.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Ashman. No.
Of course we have to expect the worst. That's true, actually.
Like, do I know how I should act here? If I should do anything, or if I should just be there?
You get motioned to stand at the side, like behind the Earl, essentially.
Yeah, I go there and stand there with my shield and my sword and the stuff.
Another servant goes, take a step forward, and Vascal, come forth and kneel before your Earl.
Move at a hurried, excited pace.
The Earl has been handed a new sword at this point. Vascal, you acknowledge me as your true and rightful liege?
Yes, always.
Do you also swear fealty to Uther Pendragon, to defend and obey him until he depart the throne, or death shall take you?
Yes, till the end of my days.
Then I, Roderick of Salisbury, swear to defend and honor your name as befits a true knight. He taps you on the shoulder with the sword. I dub thee Sir Vascal, and give to you your spurs, your right to suitable arms, and this thine sword, so that you may take it to your side and serve and defend me and Logos well. Arise, Sir Vascal.
So exciting.
And as you stand up,
I don't say that.
again, he
Yeah, I did.
slaps you across the face. Let this be the last blow you take without just recourse. Oh, it's so very exciting. Yeah, the herald continues. Melian, come forth and kneel before your Earl.
Yeah, Merlin is a bit more composed. He proudly, boldly walks up and then kneels.
The Earl now has another sword. Melian, do you pledge fealty to me? No, wait. Do you acknowledge me as your true and rightful liege?
Aye.
Do you also swear fealty to Uther Pendragon, to defend and obey him until he depart the throne, or death shall take you?
Aye.
Then I swear to defend and honor your name as befits a true knight. He taps you on the shoulder. I dub thee Sir Melian. Receive now your spurs, your right of suitable arms, and take this, thine sword, to your side to serve, so that you may be able to serve and defend me well. Arise, Sir Melian.
Then, yep, stand up and take the things.
And as you hold them, he slaps you across the face. Let this be the last blow you receive without just recourse.
And I'll take a place behind them.
The herald reads, Bedivere, come forth and kneel before your Earl.
Bedivere, who has gone from pale to light bluish, suddenly remembers to breathe and eagerly bounds forward, taking a knee before his liege.
Bedivere. This time, a fourth sword is in the Earl's hands. Do you acknowledge me as your true and rightful liege?
I do.
You also swear fealty to Uther Pendragon, to defend and obey him until he depart the throne, or death shall take you?
I so swear.
Then I swear to defend and honor your name as befits a true knight. I dub thee Sir Bedivere, taps you on the shoulders with a sword. Receive now your spurs, your right to suitable arms, and this, thine sword. Take them to your side so you can serve and defend me well. Arise, Sir Bedivere.
I get up a bit shakily, take everything.
And he slaps you across the face. Let this be the last blow you take without just recourse.
I give him a little bow and then hurry to the side of my companions.
Some of the knights next to Ashman sort of look over. And the herald says, Ashman, come forth and kneel before the throne.
I get up, still holding my goblet, and then walk over and kneel before the Lord. And I put the goblet down on the floor so I don't drop it, as I've seen what's gonna happen.
You could have gave it to them.
Ashman, do you acknowledge me as your true and rightful liege?
I do, my lord.
Do you also swear fealty to Uther Pendragon, defend and obey him until he depart the throne, or death shall take you?
I do.
Then I swear to defend and honor your name as befits a true knight. I dub thee Sir Ashman, taps you on the shoulders with his sword, the fifth sword. Receive now your spurs, your right to suitable arms, and take this, thine sword, your side, so that you may be able to serve and defend me well. Arise, Sir Ashman.
I rise and grab the goblet as I stand up.
Yeah, you have the shield strapped to one arm and you have the goblet, yeah. And he slaps you across the face. Let this be the last blow you take, without just recourse.
I just chuckle as the hand leaves my face. I just chuckle and look pointedly at his hand. And if he looks at it, it's just a big slab of gravy on his hand.
Yeah, a servant sort of just slides in behind the Earl, hands him a piece of cloth, and he wipes it off. He gives you a look somewhere in between amusement and annoyance. You're not quite sure which.
I raise my goblet to him, and then I say, to your health, my lord. And now I can finally say, I sorta know what I'm doing.
Damn it. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! I'm doing that in character, of course. Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! I
Yeah.
hopefully wish everyone else would join.
Yeah, like as you five are standing and yeah, you're doing that, like there's a slow cheer that's erupting up from the other knights, and yeah, there's basically you all like yeah, like at your from the sides there come in more servants holding trays with the new mugs of alcohol, and yeah, I think it's more at that point like some of the older knights start cheering, but yeah, the room starts like it's not like exploding into a wild cheering, but it's yeah, there's cheering about.
Did my part. Get it.
And as you're looking about now, you can also like as you are like looking around, and now we are on one equal level to most of the knights in here, and perhaps being a bit more courageous enough to look around. There are a couple like at the seat of honor, next to the Earl, you see someone that you perhaps didn't recognize at first, but it sort of clicks in all your heads at the same time because, you know, apparently you're group-minded, that you recognize Prince Malik is sitting there with a big goblet, and yeah, he's joining it. He's kind of loud, actually, and yeah, he's cheering this procession on.
Yeah, I raise my goblet to himself from where I'm standing. And also,
And yeah,
are we wearing armor in this, or did we just come in with normal clothing?
you had armor on when you came in.
All right.
Yeah, you don't have, like, you just went out on your riding horses, so you don't have, you didn't have any way of just moving about a lot of equipment. So it's easier to just wear the armor.
All right.
And yeah, but pretty much just every night, seated has got another cup of whatever alcohol they're serving. Like you hear like a chant, like the leap, yeah, leap, 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 and yeah, whilst the vow of fealty and service to the king and your liege lord is like it's basically enforceable by law. The leap is it's a bit of a, like, the leap is the norm, not the law, but yeah, basically everyone is shouting for you to take the leap, which is you will run up to your horse clad in full armor and just jump off.
Damn it, that's gonna go awful.
Yep.
Awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
What's jumping? What do we roll?
Dex. You just roll dex.
Yeah, it's not too
Oh,
bad.
I actually, yeah, that's. Yeah,
The
Dex
one
is
thing
my...
that we were told won't matter. No.
Damn it! My Dex
Yep.
is not that great. I apparently have.
I
yeah,
knew I
went
should have
very
went for a
average.
dex build.
I wanted to, but apparently it didn't do anything. So
Doesn't
I have an
exist.
I have amazing decks.
As I hear the chants, I just put down the empty goblets on the table, grab the nearest one, and I don't care who owns it. I just grab it, down it, and I say to the person I took it from, just give me one. I will need one of those again when I'm done with this. And then I just rush off out to the horse.
I run alongside him if I can keep up.
I run past him.
We all run.
Yeah.
I have movement rate 3.
Hmm.
Yeah, and as you're running, it sort of clicks. Like normally the horses would be in a like separated, but yeah, the servants have just arrayed your horses in front of the entrance, of preparing for this. So yeah, let's
This is
see.
going to be fun.
Oh, Ashman already failed. Let's see how we do.
Vascal did as well.
Oh, I
Fine.
failed really badly though. I think I just, as I was running down the stairs, I
Woo!
tripped.
I crit! Oh, but doesn't matter on attributes, does it?
I do it.
Here's hoping. The
Yeah,
giant
you don't
running.
mark. It's still a crit, but you don't mark. I don't think you mark it because they go up otherwise. I
Let's see if
think.
the
Damn
giant
it.
can do it. The
For
giant.
what?
Nope.
Oh.
Okay,
I-
so
Yeah. I just
Okay.
fail. I get kicked by the horse.
Vascal and Ashman like get one foot in the stirrup, and as they try to leap off, yeah, they sort of, it slips out from under them, and they just go tumbling backwards, and yeah, get a few hearty laughs from some of the knights outside. We now realize probably was outside just so that they could see the leap in full action.
Just do me
Jasper.
last.
Yeah, I plan to. Jasper has little trouble with this, just swings up and is stationed on the horse as when the jump ends, which, yay, progress. Bedivere sort of like This is probably the fastest you have ever seen Bedivere move. And it's almost like... It's a almost romantic moment, or romanticized motion. This is like you would expect someone in a story to move, like exaggerated movement like that. And he lands, and yeah, it's also, considering he's wearing chainmail, it's almost soundless. Melian runs straight into the side of this horse. And if this was a cartoon, we would hear the slow scraping sound of his face, like going against the horse.
Face bombs against the horse. He's flying.
Wham, 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 wham.
Okay, so everyone can mark 1,000 glory for being knighted.
Yay!
Oh,
You may
yeah.
also mark down Sir in your name, because that's your title now. Jasper, you can mark down an extra 10 glory, and
Oh,
Bedivere an extra 30 for the crit.
I
Nice.
just, give Bedivere a nod, and I just laugh at the others.
I stretch out my gauntleted fist for a fist bump.
I bump the fist.
I bump hooves with a horse.
I go.
The horse
I go bump Ashman.
I'm just gonna stay on the ground. I like it here, it's comfy.
Yeah, that's a thing now. And yeah, it's the leap is a thing. And however, you still have a feast to deal with, since, well, you've eaten very little on this day, but there's a feast inside, and there's plenty of food to go around. So
Yeah.
I give the horse a pat, and then I start heading towards the castle again. And on the way, I just grab goblets, tankards, and whatever else I can snatch from people now that I'm a knight.
yeah, it's not many that's free. Most knights are at this point like pretty deep in their cups, but yeah, there are a couple you can swipe. Yeah, and essentially, as you're moving in and assigned places, like the table of honors have been moved back in position, but Sir Maddock has gotten up at this point, and he's like holding up his, like, there's no like feet like the he doesn't need a herald beating with a staff on the ground. Like, as he soon steps up and holds up his palms, like most knights just gush immediately. And he has a very loud voice, so even those that doesn't catch on immediately does so when he starts speaking. And yeah, he looks he looks like the most, considering the way he acted like when he was sharing you, like now he's gotten very serious and looks, when he like looks around the room and panning, like he catches eye with you and most people is look around. But spies say another Saxon army has landed in the east. Seems to be no end of these devils. The one leading them is named Ethelswith, but we do not know his plans. King has ordered Duke Lucius of Carcaloon to be ready. But our army is not going to be distracted. We are going to attack King Ely, as we've planned. Even though some of the king's cowardly vassals are not reporting. Disloyal bastards is what they are. Carcaloon will not be there. Even if it's not on the king's orders. That Cornwall, he's the worst of the lot. We will assemble at Silchester and march as soon as the roads are clear. with whatever troops we have mustered. But we do not need these errant nobles. No doubt there are 2 under attack from Saxons. Must have emptied all their lands to come over here. And then, yeah, basically, his speech starts to dim out, and yeah, you get a couple of his men, like, very boisterous, yeah, death to Saxons, the devil's horse is what they are.
Are like the other knights of my family here?
You're at least...
Because there's 6 other knights in my family.
I have 3.
Like, yeah, like, you're old... If you have old knights, they would have stayed
Yeah.
behind at the manor to be a house guard or
I
whatever.
also have a.
But yeah,
I have 2 young still.
Your young knights are definitely here.
Yay! My cousin.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they're
shit.
probably also screaming, "That's the Saxons."
Yeah.
Jasper and his family are gonna just rush off ahead of everyone else.
We have a riot in the making here. So one mentions Saxons and there is bloodshed all over the place.
Saxons where? Where? Ah!
Bedivere just sits there thinking to himself, they're not that bad.
Yeah, the prince returns to his seat, and the knight continue, like, considering that you just been knighted, there's a fairly high chance that you are drowning in alcohol.
Wanna bet?
But yeah, you can all... those of you that have intrigue can roll it to see if you, under the night, manages to snap out some private conversations you probably shouldn't be listening to.
Intrigue, you say?
I have 13 in that.
I mean, everyone has it, right?
Yeah, everyone has at least
Yes.
3.
If you want to roll it, that's your business, but yeah.
I have 2 in it. 3. Yeah,
I
3
have
or
3.
I think we all start with 3.
I mean,
Oh,
might
shit,
as
yeah.
well roll it, right? I succeed.
GG.
Yeah, so at some point during the festivities, like, yeah, you're pretty hammered at this point, but you're basically lying. Yeah, but that's what I'm just gonna say, that Melian and Vaskal is kind of out of it. But yeah, Ashman, Jasper, and Bedivere are still... They still have enough ability to understand things that they overhear. Like, 2 of the princess men that are fairly seated fairly close by, probably at the other table just behind you. Just, yeah, you have their backs to you, so seating arrangements. And you overhear, Merlin is absent because he's so exhausted from using so much magic last year to help King Uther win a victory in the Battle of Damon. But the king has promised to help Duke Ulfius of Silchester. And the other guy responds, "You know, don't you, that the mages must sleep when they use their powers to such a great extent? And the king is so impetuous without the magician's guidance. I hope he's not acting too hastily." And then the other guy says something about, hastily, they're Saxons, whatever. But as long as we can beat their sorry asses.
I feel as drunk as Bedivere is. I should probably roll prudent to see if I won't just barge into the conversation. Or should I roll reckless?
For this, roll prudent.
Well,
Okay, that's just a failure, so roll reckless. You're not forced to do anything from this.
and that's another failure.
Yeah, so basically, you don't feel strongly one way or another.
Okay. In that case, probably my cup is more interesting to me right now.
Yeah, and well, since you're all pagan, so those of you that overhear that can also give me a lust for roll, just to see if you, during the evening, find someone.
I believe I do, yes.
I do have my
Do
chat
my hate
marked.
for Saxons apply here? I get so
Uh,
aroused by the fact that we're going to kill Saxons.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
I mean, you have an abnormal hatred for Saxons, but I mean, this night is kind of also your night, your nightly night. You just got knighted, so you just this. It's more.
Wait.
It's up to you, really.
So
If
are
you-
we all rolling lustful?
I'm gonna say you and. Fuck
Vasco?
it.
Everyone.
Even if you're not too there, you might still go out of the
Somehow.
hall at some point and.
Visit the best pub in town.
Yeah, I mean, we got a pub crawl now that we're knights.
so I'm guessing I can't roll Saxons here. Hate Saxons.
So close.
I mean, unless you definitely want the bonus on the roll, then
I mean, I don't know why I even ask.
You're just so happy about killing
It's just-
Saxons that you get
I've
a
never
bonus.
gotten to roll it before, you know?
I mean, it's a very hatred traits are very clear. Like they're usually a thing you do in combat or during a situation with, like if you're talking to a person of that whatever trait you have. So
Maybe if it's a Saxon prostitute.
Or maybe it's someone else who hates Saxons a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I'll save it for another time. And I crit.
It was one
Uh,
away.
yeah, Vaskel and Jasper both mark lustful. But yeah, this night of your knighthood, yeah, you all managed to find someone to share the joy with, so to speak.
There should be a potency stat just to see how likely it is to get someone pregnant.
There are rolls for that.
Isn't that con?
Yeah, in fact, no, it's a table. But yeah, you can mark down that you had the sex.
Where do I do that?
In your notes.
It comes up at the end of the year to see if you side in the bastards or not.
What kind of person would that have been? Like a maid or something? Or could I roll flirting to see if I can get higher in the hierarchy?
I will say this: it's rules wise, you actually have to spend time in order to make a noble coupling happen. But yeah, you find someone who looks fairly fair, and you go, yay.
Which
She has
castle is
nice
this?
windows. Maybe. Probably not.
So, if she is fair, would you say that she lean more towards just and arbitrary?
I'm saying she's Caucasian.
Oh, oh.
What's the castle that we're in?
Sarum.
Then we shall be off Chester. Likely go do. Fight.
Least we ain't fighting the pigs.
Well, yeah, they'd win. I might be biased, but yeah.
I don't care about pigs.
Yeah, why would you?
And yeah, we will wake up the next morning, but before we do that, let's take a break. My throat needs water.
Excellent. We'll take a quick 5 to 10 minute break and then we'll be right back.